Okay, I've been avoiding this space for way, way too long. It has become a drop zone for literally everything, and today we are finally dealing with it. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Katie if you're new, and I share real life decluttering, mom chaos, trying to keep it all together. And today we are tackling this disaster, which is my basement. Now, I know everybody may not have a basement, but I personally don't even know where to start. So if you're in the same boat, let's be friends. And there is stuff from every season in here: Christmas, Halloween, fall, St. Patrick's Day, Easter, you name it. It's in here. Random bins, things I forgot we even owned, clothes I forgot we even had. It is a lot. It's a lot. But today I want to keep it simple. My goal is to clear out garbage, pretty much be ruthless with what we keep, and actually try and make this space functionable, but mainly to be able to walk in and know what's what. Part of this basement is partially finished. We don't use it as that, and the caveat to this is there's not a ton of storage in this side of the basement. So I have to work with what we got here. And so I'm just sidebar, my Christmas tree is still not in its bag. So there's that. Anyway, so I'm trying to do the best I can. Okay, I'm doing my best. I think things multiply when we're not looking. I don't know. I have a couple Christmas mats. Part of it is, I love the Dollar General, so I'll go to the DG boutique and, Christmas is on sale and it's, 50 cents or $1. And I'm like, oh my God, I need these. These would be great. I can use these. And look where they end up. Right back into storage. So I am trying to be very mindful of what comes into my house, and if I do bring something in, what is going out. I have 3 kids. They are 5, 9. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. They are 9, 5, and 1. And my son is involved in sports heavily, and my daughter is also starting down the same path, which I love. My husband and I both enjoy, even though we low-key are excited when practices are canceled. But it is, I am so busy, and if you have children, you totally understand. And not to mention having a 1-year-old, it's insane. Kids come with a lot of stuff, and then you add extracurricular activities on top of it, and it literally multiplies. So I'm trying to be very mindful, trying to keep my house clean. In doing that, it needs to be decluttered. We need to, go through things. There's things I know we don't need anymore, and I have a lot of sentimental value with my kids' baby stuff. I know I'm probably not the only one. So if you also have some sentimental feelings toward your kids' baby items, mainly their little clothes, I can't deal with it. I love it so much. Let me know. I know I'm not alone here. It already feels better in here. I literally just put stuff back where it belonged. I put the Christmas stuff with Christmas, Halloween. And then instead of walking all over and wasting my time, I had, a laundry basket that was full of Halloween or fall items or anything that needed to go on the other side. I have a stack of the glasses behind me, and that needs to go elsewhere. So it's that to me is a little bit better as opposed to just walking around aimlessly and being like, oh, let me go put this one item back, where I personally would rather just take that entire basket, pick it up, and go put it back. Now, with that being said, this wrapping paper holder got the best of me, and I put way too many rolls in here, but I was bound and determined to get that thing zipped. You betcha I was. Anyway, I need to go back through all of my holiday items and get rid of things. I personally, now this is just me, obviously, I have a local Facebook Buy Nothing group, and I will post on there anything that I would rather just give away, as opposed, I'm donating it, but I'd rather just throw it out there for somebody to come pick up. That way I don't have to drive it to a donation bin. I don't have to take it anywhere. I just post whatever it is. And personally, like, our group has, specific rules, if it doesn't work or, whatever. I literally, last year not that I threw it out, but I went and got rid of some landscaping rocks covered in dirt, posted a picture on Facebook, and I had somebody within 15 minutes come get them, all of them. And I literally just put them by the curb, basically. So if that helps you, so it helps me feel not as guilty for getting rid of items that are still good, as opposed to just throwing them away, then that's an option for you. But just a thought. If you are watching this and you are thinking, oh, I need to declutter a space or go through it, I don't know where to start with one pile. That's all it takes, just one. Nobody said that you had to do everything all in one weekend. Chances are that mess did not happen overnight, therefore it's not going to get cleaned up overnight. That is something that I realistically had to come to terms with. It is so easy to watch one of these YouTube videos and be like, well, they did it in 15 minutes. Why can't I do it in 15 minutes? Well, it's because of editing, okay? It's because of editing, and I cut out a lot of things in here. I am not perfect by any means. Like, I forgot to go get the box of garbage bags, and I had to walk back up the stairs and go get it. Now, was it a big deal? No, but I was on a roll, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to go get the garbage bags. And that is just, it's one thing. So give yourself some grace. You're learning. We're all learning. We're all doing life for the first time together. We're just learning, I think for these types of messes that are in spaces that are not used, your living spaces used daily, it's out of sight, it's out of mind. But the reality is, it is in your mind every single day. And I know it can, at least for me, it stresses me out every single day. And again, this is the beginning. We're getting rid of things, going through things, putting things away. And again, that's all it takes. That's all it takes, is for you to just say, I've had enough. I'm cleaning it, and I'm getting rid of things because I want to live a simpler life. Also, why do we keep things for the just in case? In case of what? Something that I need from 2007? Like, seriously, I don't. I also don't think I have things from 2007 down here, but you know what? You never know. But I also don't need them. So they're going. They're going. I am going through clothes. I got rid of, I think, 4 bags of clothes. And please give me an award because I drove them to the donation bin the same day I did this. So kudos to me. Thank you. And I need to get better at getting rid of clothes. My kids have a lot. I have really slimmed down my wardrobe because I do work at home, so I don't need, a lot of stuff in my opinion. So I got rid of a lot of things, and a lot of these things I was keeping for my youngest daughter, for my oldest daughter, and I'm like, you know what? They're two different people. And they're probably going to want two different things. Now, I did save a couple, like sentimental things that I'm like, I want both of them to, wear or whatever. But for the most part, I'm like, we're done. We're done. I can buy new clothes. I can, get what I need. So I'm grateful to be able to do that and also be able to donate to somebody else that may not be in the same situation as myself. My kids wear uniforms to school, so actually had a bag of uniforms to donate back. We have it's called the clothing closet at our school, and you're able to donate, your old uniforms that your kids have grown out of, and then, take what you need type of deal from there. I do get some stuff for my kids from there, so I always like to donate back to it just to, keep it going. And those uniform shirts are not cheap, so I will best be going to the clothing closet first. So you may think that I'm organizing my way through this, but really I'm just surviving. So that's the boat that I'm in right now. And I have made a dent, but emotionally I am still struggling of how it got this bad. Really, I am. I think it's one of those, I'm going to deal with it later. I'm tired. I'm busy. Like I just said, my kids are involved with a lot of stuff, but the dealing with it later, the later has come. It's here. So it shows up, and it does take just a few extra minutes to put things back where they belong, so you're not wasting, your entire day doing something like this. And am I learning this? Yes. Have to train my husband? Also yes, and my children. So it's small steps. We're doing small steps here. Now, you may have seen those DVDs and wondered, Katie, what are you doing with those DVDs? Let me tell you, we have a camper and we have a CD DVD player in the camper. And I do have, this is like, I'm embarrassed. So I do have a hotspot that my kids can hook into and watch the tablet. And really it's for me to watch The Office. But we will watch, a movie. So I do like to keep those around just to have, we need to go through, that's another thing I need to go through. Need to go through those too. All right, so I'm finishing up vacuuming, and I'm not being dramatic, but I kind of feel like this is slightly life-changing for me right now because I can actually walk in and I don't feel personally attacked by my own stuff. And that is just the tiny little change I made today, is to tell myself that I'm going to put things back where it belongs. And I am, like I said, I'm getting better. I'm getting better at it. And I hope that this video gave you some motivation. I hope you enjoyed listening to me today. I am very snarky. I'm very to the point. And like I said, it's life. We're all doing this for the first time. And we are learning. We are. With that being said, I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I would love it if you subscribed. I don't have a lot of friends, so it'd be nice to have some. I'm just kidding. I do have friends anyway, and I hope to catch you in the next one, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello all, if you're looking for a basement clean that's realistic, look no further. Hi, my name's Katie, and this is High Meadow Home. Okay, so we are cleaning up my basement. Now this is one section of my basement, and obviously it's the laundry and the catch-all. And we live in Buffalo, so obviously we have winter, 9 months out of the year, what it feels like anyway. So there are jackets, boots, snow pants, and we also have a camper. So I keep all the linens inside. Anything else that is not mouse approved I'll keep in the house. And anything that I don't think if we get a mouse on the camper, then I'll keep it on the camper. We have been fortunate, so I am hoping to keep my luck going. I have sports equipment, jerseys, football pants, helmet covers, caps for scrimmages. I have everything in here. And don't judge me. Obviously, I'm posting this video, but don't judge me, because it is honestly been one of those things where I walk in here, and obviously I do a load of laundry every day, and I have honestly walked over this stuff because it was so paralyzing to me. I didn't know where to start. And one of the things when I start cleaning is I will take the garbage out. And that's one of the first things. I think just to get that little boost of momentum going and clearing out garbage and seeing that, so I got garbage out. All right, so let's put, for an example in this situation, garbage goes, all right, let's put the laundry over with laundry. And, I had a laundry pile. Let's take the bags and put them over here. Let's take snow pants and put them this, we're trying to organize the chaos before I actually got going. And I did cut a lot of this out because I was going through clothes and I'm like, this is redundant. And honestly, that's my biggest downfall is clothes. So if you have any suggestion to better clothes organization or anything like that, I will take it, because it is honestly, it is my kryptonite. I don't know what it is. So if you have any suggestions, holler at your girl. We'll add to that, my kids wear uniforms to school. So I think, in my mind, my kids essentially have two wardrobes. They have school and then they have everything else. And my family is in the background. I keep it real. We're loud. We are very loud in this house. So my kids have two wardrobes basically. And adding that on, they didn't always wear uniforms. We switched schools, and it was manageable when they just had school clothes, regular clothes, if you will, but adding the uniforms to it has been a struggle for me because it's two wardrobes, and I see I'm lost. So help me. Thank you. This is the pile of the camper blankets and then blankets from the rest of the house that ended up down here. I've been slowly washing things and putting them away and whatnot. And I will wash them before they go onto the camper, even though I washed them when they went into the bag. Am I the only one that does something like that? Probably. But that's just the Hot Mess Express. That's what we're riding on here. And I hope I'm not the only passenger. So kind of a sad life update. Well, not kind of, it is a sad. We had to put one of our cats down, Merle, a couple weeks ago. It was expectedly unexpected, if that makes sense. And if you own a pet, have lost a pet, I'm sure we all have. It's the worst part of owning an animal. And Merle had a incurable lung disease, and we were told he had a year to live 2 years ago. And I gave him an inhaler in the beginning, and then other medication and other therapies and everything, and I got an extra year out of him. And unfortunately, the past few weeks before this, my husband and I were having the conversation of it's probably going to be time here very soon. We don't want him suffering, and our kids are young. We don't want them to see anything. And unfortunately, it did kind of happen the way that we didn't want it to. But he was on the counter one Sunday morning looking for scrambled eggs, because he truly was a cat dog, and then batting at the real dogs. And then he was down in distress and rushed him to the emergency vet, and we ultimately made a decision. And it's never easy, but he's not suffering anymore, and he kind of went on his own terms, which I'm glad, because it's a terrible decision to have to make. And he went out on his own, I guess. And I really truly think that his body failed him, but his mind was still there. He was only 7, so he's very young for a cat, but we miss him. We do have his ashes. We're gonna make a little memorial for him and get his picture and all that. So tough couple weeks in our house, but he's not suffering anymore. I am just going through more clothes, more things. Actually, it's stuff left over from our camper. I didn't know this tote existed, so hence why I'm going through it now when we've had our camper in storage for months, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so that's my life. So one little hack or parenting tip that if I could give somebody that lives in a climate of winter is, if What I personally do is I buy black snow pants for my son and then just hand them down to my daughter and then my other daughter when she gets of age or big enough, and then I'll just get new coats. And so I still have sweatpants, snow pants that are in decent shape and they're black, and then obviously I just buy the boots and the coat and everything else for, a girl. And I actually had extra stuff I was able to donate to somebody because I'm like, I want Hazel to have, some pink stuff. I have a pink snowsuit for her. So I'm so glad I'm able to donate things. So am I the only one that still switches their wardrobe in and out? I grew up doing that, switching, your summer to winter and fall, and then fall to and winter to summer and all that. I still do that to this day. I it's just a habit, I guess. And it's also nice in my closet that I'm able to see what I have instead of having it cluttered up. I'm not wearing a tank top in February, so it is nice to be able to actually like wear clothes. And then this summer, I've decided I'm going on a health journey, people. I'm going on a health journey. So this summer, my goal is to buy new summer clothes. So I'm hoping to get rid of a lot of this stuff. These cupboards, the one door doesn't open fully. I'm knocking down cobwebs. The one door doesn't open fully because the vent's in the way. So whoever, if you know who put these cupboards up, I got a bone to pick. Anyway, it's not truly functional, and honestly, it is. I keep paper towels and extra tissues and toilet paper in there because I'm going in there every once in a while, but that's really the only thing that I can put in there that I don't need to have the cupboard door fully open. Every house has its quirks. I do love a good shop vac. It is one of the best investments I think we've made, and we just got the biggest one I think, and we use it for, cleaning out the cars. I don't like putting my vacuum down here without doing the shop vac first, and any other mess that I don't want my vacuum running through, I grab the shop vac. This is where I switch the attachments 50 times, and I could not get an attachment to work. The hose kept getting tangled and twisted. I was at my wit's end at this point. I was so angry. I was just like, I'm almost done, and this is how it's gonna go. But it's just par for the course. I ended up having to use the angled one that I was using earlier just to get the crud off the carpet. Whatever. It worked in the end, but it was just one of those, I just want to be done, and now I'm having a hard time, and I am sure we have all been there. If you've made it this far, I appreciate it. And I would say, leave me an emoji if you think the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl, but my dreams have been crushed. There's always next year. And I'm so tired of hearing that. I really hope next year is our year, because while the mafia is strong, it's a toxic relationship. It's a very toxic relationship. But if you have made it this far, please leave me your favorite emoji that you like to use, and I will leave mine in the comments. And I appreciate you guys watching.